love is in the air, and I've created a few love theme projects that you can display all year round. So first I started with this round from Michaels. It was a 2-piece set on sale, used a coupon, paid $5 for them. So I had some tissue paper. I put it up against the board, trying to decide my color scheme. So I chose Celery by Waverly. At first, I was only going to paint half of the board in the celery, but then I decided to paint the whole thing, and I didn't go to the edges. And so here I was ironing the tissue paper before I applied it to the board. It got all wrinkled. I put down a layer of Mod Podge, and I put that washi tape to mark where to put the Mod Podge. I dried it. I did the dry method, got the tissue paper on there, made sure it was flat. I did not want wrinkles. I brought out my brayer and flattened it out, and then I used a little mini iron, and in doing so, it reactivates the Mod Podge, and then I just sanded off the edges, finished that off, and then I went to work on this stencil. And this stencil is from the Farmhouse stencil shop, and you can see in the top right corner there my iPad. I was actually watching Lori from the stencil shop. She was live on Facebook, so I put the stencil where I wanted it. I used black chalk paint by Folk Art, and I used a little sponge makeup brush or wedge to do the stenciling. And when you're stenciling, you want to start with as little paint on your brush or your sponge or whatever you're using to apply the paint to the stencil. And I just took my time, and I went over all the words, and I think I did like 2 or 3 layers until I got it perfect. And you want to do that so you don't get bleeding. If you love farmhouse and vintage and rustic, and you're interested in stenciling, I have a link below in my description for Lori's The Farmhouse Stencil Shops. I also have a discount code, so check out the description below. So when I thought that the paint was on there, I had the coverage that I wanted, I took off the stencil, and now what I'm doing is using a little detail brush to fill in the gaps. Those are called the bridges. And for the smaller words, I used a Sharpie because I didn't trust myself with the little brush. And love builds a happy home. So I grabbed some Valspar antiquing glaze, and I went over the whole thing to distress it. And I don't know, I always feel like when I use the antiquing glaze, I feel like it just warms up the whole project. So then I grabbed some greenery and my bow and started planning how I was going to embellish it. And I was about to attach my bow. And then I realized I need to seal this because this is going to be a gift for someone. And I used Mod Podge to seal the whole round. And, you know, the Mod Podge will dry within minutes to an hour, but it takes about a month before it's totally cured and totally sealed and totally permanent, and it will protect your project and keep it, you know, if you're going to hang it outside, keep it safe from the elements. So I found this little ceramic heart and I applied Mod Podge to it and put some of that leftover tissue paper on there. I did the same thing, distressing it with the Valspar Antiquing Glaze, added some twine to separate the tissue paper from the top part of the round. I was ready to add the bow and the greenery, and I just love how this turned out. All right, friends, so love is in the air, and this is a YouTube DIY collaboration that I am co-hosting with my friend Lori, the Farmhouse Stencil Shop. The playlist is in my description. Please follow along with all the other creators. I promise you, you will be so inspired. So for my next project, I had this wood frame. I believe it was, it had a canvas on it because it had staple marks behind it. And I got it like this. So I stained it with Antique Wax by Waverly, and I got some chicken wire out, and I just backed the frame with it. And what I did was I spread it over the frame, stapled it, and then I cut the wire. And I had that little heart from Dollar Tree, and I used scrapbook paper for it, and I Mod Podged the scrapbook paper to the heart, and the heart had these ridges on it, and I used a bone folder to find the ridges and make the line on it, and the sandpaper to distress the paper and to remove the paper, as you saw me doing there. And I just gave it a distressing, and there is where I'm using the bone folder to find where the lines are in the ridges. It's kind of like shiplap or paneling. And I just went over it with the bone folder and kind of tore the paper and pushed it into the indented areas. And then I went over it with the detail sander and just, distressed it. And I absolutely love the look. And then I used Tim Holtz Distress ink in Twig to distress the heart and the paper, and I went around the edges and I went over the slats in that wood, even distressed the wood beads. Put some greenery on there with the little heart. And I just used the wire left over that was holding the chicken wire roll to attach the heart to the frame. And then I stapled the back of it to give it stability. And I absolutely love how that one turned out. And so then I grabbed this little tin heart from Dollar Tree. I wanted to make something bright and cute, and I had that little XOXO napkin. The paint, I didn't use chalk paint. Chalk paint does work better on metal. I used an acrylic paint, and I gave it 2 coats, and I wasn't worried about it because I was going to decoupage the napkin onto the heart. And then I took pink paint and went around the inside rim of the heart. But what happened was it wasn't covering that well. So I did do a layer of white inside the rim, and then it just kind of gave it a base coat. Then I went over it with the pink, and that pink is Pink Parfait from Apple Barrel, and the white is a folk art paint. So then I cut the heart out from the napkin, and I just Mod Podged it on there. Didn't do anything special to it. I dried it with my heat tool. And what I'm doing here is there were some spots that were not good coverage, so I just gave it another coat of white paint. Then I grabbed my Beacon Fabri-Tac glue and I went around the inside edge of the heart, and I had this little hearts confetti pack. I had gold hearts, pink hearts, silver hearts, and I just went around the edge with the glue and then sprinkled the confetti on there. And then I added the twine back to that little tin heart, and that was it. It was a really fun and easy little bright project. And I really like how this one turned out too. So for my next project, I had this Christmas ornament left over from Christmas. Had so many projects that I didn't get to. So I was thinking, let me do something for Valentine's Day. I didn't want to put this little tree that I have away. So I decided I was going to do like an all year tree and decorate it for each season. So I have this napkin with flowers on it, and I like the image, and I thought, let me make something kind of vintagey looking. So I spread the Mod Podge on one half of this ornament, and I carefully applied the napkin to it. I had to be careful because it did rip in a few areas, but I was able to fix it. And then I have this coffee podge. It is coffee, glue, and water. And I just, the coffee is instant coffee, by the way. And I just applied it to the back. I was worried while I was doing this that I should have used it to begin with, to Mod Podge the napkin to it. But it turns out that it worked. You could see that antique look through the ornament. I absolutely love how this turned out. And right there, I'm fixing another little tear. And so I added some twine around the rim of the ornament and then around the sides. It was kind of jagged. I didn't know how to really separate the napkin, if you know what I mean. So I tore the leftover very carefully, went around the edges, but it was very jagged and rough looking. So that's why I added the twine. And then once I get the twine on, there were some pieces that didn't look finished. So I took some chalk paint by Waverly in the shade of hazelnut, which was a perfect match with the twine and the the coffee podge, and I just went around with a little brush just to fill in the gaps in the areas. And then when I was finished with that, I had this little wooden rose heart, and I attached it, and then I was like, it just needed something a little bit more. So I grabbed a gold paint marker and I wrote the word love on it. And I don't know, I was just so pleasantly surprised with the way this turned out. I wanted a vintage feel, and I feel like I totally achieved that look. And when I put it on the tree, it just, I don't know, it looks so beautiful and so pretty that I could probably display this all year long. I just want to thank you for watching and welcome to Make All the Things with me. I invite you to subscribe to my channel and join me on Wednesday nights for Craft and Chat Live.